Game 3, like, what? Here, Dennis, I was doing something yesterday afternoon.
Okay.
I couldn't watch the game live, all right? And then I was driving back to the Triangle, and as the game ended, I got an alert on my cell phone on what the final score was.
Yeah.
And my reaction is not something I can show over the FCC waves.
No,
like,
you can't say it
I can't
either.
repeat it. I can't show it. There's nothing. Like, it's what happened. The Canes lost 8-4 to the New Jersey Devils yesterday.
And it was a weird game. It was a weird game in the sense of, okay, we'll get into this a little bit later on, but to me, all these matinee game times on weekends always have just the weirdest play in terms of just the Canes had 4 goals. We'll get into that in a moment. But you had 3 shorthanded goals, including one of them on a penalty shot. If I would have told you, Chris, the Canes were going to score 4 goals, 3 of them shorthanded, plus one of them being a penalty shot, one of those shorthanded goals, you probably would have thought, oh, okay, Canes won.
Yeah.
Right?
They're up 3-0 right now.
Yeah, you would think that, but it also goes to show you how the bounces sometimes just don't go your way. Martin Natchez in the very beginning of the game, early part of the game, was 0-0. Drills one right off the crossbar, square off the crossbar.
Yeah.
If that is
It was a beautiful shot.
It was a centimeter down. That's bar down and in. And you know what the Devils are thinking? Here we go.
Here we go again.
Here we go again.
And
Canes are feeling good, but then you know what? That bounce didn't go its way. And you even look back at Game 2 on Friday night. Dougie Hamilton on the early power play chance for the New Jersey Devils. They had a 5-on-3 opportunity. They didn't score. Dougie rings the crossbar for the New Jersey Devils. Imagine if that had happened, like how much different Game 2 could have gone.
Yeah.
So that just goes to show you some of these small bounces. Jack Hughes on the second goal. Stephen Nason's in good position. It goes off the blade of his stick, but still just within reach of Jack Hughes, and he's able to score. So there's just a bunch of little small moments where they got a little bit of quote-unquote puck luck to the New Jersey Devils. Canes got a little bit of that early on, and they took off with it in Game 2, and that's what we saw yesterday for the New Jersey Devils. They got a little puck luck early on, and they took advantage of it and ran with it.
Adam Gold was just in here. We were talking to him as we were kind of changing the show over, and one of the things he said, everything, all the goals, all 8 goals that were scored against the Hurricanes, all 8 goals, my gosh, were all avoidable. You can hear him more on the Best of the Adam Gold Show. Be sure to tune in wherever you get your podcasts. You can listen to it there to hear what he had to say about the game. But they were all avoidable, and to have 8 goals scored against you, and the Canes scored 4 themselves, that means all of the goalies who played yesterday were bad, were horrible. The 2 for the Carolina Hurricanes played horribly, and also Vanacek played horribly. It's just that his defense helped him out a little bit more than the Canes' defense helped out their 2 goalies.
Well, I guess where you could say their offense helped out a little bit more in that regard.
That's very true.
So yesterday was just a freaky game. So you mentioned Adam Gold. Here's Adam Gold, host of the Adam Gold Show, and also host of the Canes Corner podcast, available by wherever you get your podcasts, brought to you by the Aluminum Company in North Carolina. Here is 2 minutes with Adam Gold.
All right, lads. I have 2 minutes, thanks to our friends at Dysar Willis, defending people the right way, for a very entertaining way to lose 8-4 in a playoff game. First of all, the Hurricanes, they were not good. They were sloppy. There was some effort problems on some of the Devils' goals. But ultimately, this game could have gone a very different way if this doesn't hit the crossbar.
Good play there by Burns, throwing it off the boards for Natchez, and he rings it off the crossbar. That might have been right where the post and crossbar met. That was wired up high.
Martin Natchez with a great pass from Brent Burns. As you heard, he banked it off the wall outside of Natchez, and he led him perfectly. It was a dynamite pass. If that shot goes, it might be a completely different story, but after that, it was a gong show. Timo Meier scored, Jack Hughes scored, Michael McLeod shorthanded. That was the real problem. That was the only bad goal Freddie Anderson allowed. Then the Hurricanes allowed the first goal, 53 seconds into the second period. It was 4-0. Not even 3 shorthanded goals could save Carolina. But you know what happened in this game? Carolina got angry in this game, and it was fun.
Now we've got a scrum as Hughes is throwing punches at the side of the net.
And Aho.
Yeah, that's Sebastian Aho and Jack Hughes going at it. That's right, 2 superstars going at it on the ice. It was more wrestling than a fight. This, however, this was a fight.
And the linesmen are going to let him go. This is old school. Nason and Holla. Nason trying to get a reach. Little Greco-Roman wrestling now. Nason with a left. Holla misses. Now a right from Nason. Another right from Nason. He's got Holla on the ice. And Nason with 3 or 4 rights. And now the linesmen step in.
Oh boy. A Hurricanes villain in Eric Holla. He just got tuned by Steph Nason.
Well, it's a fight as far as the Hurricanes are concerned. Stephen Nason probably won the fight with our friend Eric Holla. But again, good playoff moments. And if you're going to lose 8-4, it might as well be entertaining. Now we will see how Carolina responds in Game 4, because the messiness that led to a 4-0 deficit, that can't happen again. I think the Hurricanes are in a pretty good spot. I don't think Vitek Vanacek was great for the Devils. I think Carolina can score some goals, but I do think that we're going to see our first low-scoring game of the series coming up on Tuesday, but should be fun either way. And I got 2 minutes for my friends at Dysart Willis, High Stakes Litigation and Defense, dysartwillis.com. Go team.
It's 2 minutes with Adam Gold right there as he perfectly described what happened in that game. And also the Canes still scored 4 goals, as we mentioned earlier, 3 of them being shorthanded chances. Again, Dennis, if we were told beforehand, you're going to score 4 goals, 3 of them being shorthanded, I would have thought, okay, so the Canes won 6-0. Yeah. 6-1.
At least 5-3 at best, or worse, I should say.
It's wild.
5-3, but it was just one of those odd games where they had great moments, like Adam mentioned. It was actually nice to see him kind of get a little angry. Like they took it personally, I guess, for lack of a better term, how everything went. But, yeah, the fact you saw Aho and Jack Hughes going at it, they had a little wrestling match, a little scuffle, and then Stephen Nason, Mike Maniscalco perfectly described it with Eric Holla, old school style, 2 dudes squaring up after Eric Holla knocked down, cross-checked Seth Jarvis from behind away from the puck. So good on Nason stepping in there. I was like, you know what? Tired of this crap. This game stinks. Yeah. We're going to throw down. And Holla, I'll give him credit. He answered the bell, even though he took a few shots from Stephen Nason. Good on him. I'm not mad. But it's still just one game. And offensively, we're going to ask Casey Hintz about this. We'll talk to Walt Ruff at 4 o'clock. We'll talk to Casey Hintz at 3:30, who's up there in Newark. Yeah, Canes still scored 4. Last time I checked, they scored 5 goals, 6 goals, and 4 goals in this series. 15 goals in 3 games for a team that was struggling offensively late in the season, for a team that struggled to score against the New York Islanders, right? 15 goals in 3 games, if I'm correct, Chris?
Still a good thing, though.
That's still pretty good.
Still
and guess
good.
what? You're still up 2-1 in the series.